Hi Libra, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome to the channel and welcome to your reading. We are starting off today. I had started a new round using the energies of the near, far past, present, and near future energies again, like I had before. Decided to switch it up, and I got two decks together here to help minimize the repeat of cards of energies. So Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what is it? For the past, we have bridge. Okay, I'll read that in a moment. For the present day energy, we have constellation. Nice, haven't seen that one. And for the near future, Milky Way. Ooh, very interstellar or outer stellar, something stellar. So cosmic, very cosmic. Interesting. Okay, Libra, so for the past, whether it's near or far for you, you decide. Bridge, it's communication, unite, connecting, integrating, sharing, collaborating, harmony, compromising, and overcoming barriers. All right, something in the past had if it was like communication or a relationship, it had broken, and you recently found some compromises so that you could, agree to reconnect or move forward with something. And the present day energy is constellation. It's network, support, associates, gathered, meetings, socializing, organization, arrangement, a collection, exchanging data, influence, in connection with, a large amount or quantity. So in connection, so like this is connecting and this is in connection. It's a network, it's socializing, all the things that have to do with coming together. Yeah, a collection, exchanging data, communicating and coming together through communication possibly. Okay, so the near future is Milky Way, which is networking again. This is network. Yeah, this is network too. Marketing, internet, fame, expand, spotlight, innumerable, social media, publicity, connected again, connected. This is connection. This is connecting. This is connecting, connection, connected. Isn't that interesting? An exposure. Connecting means it's not done yet. Now you have a connection, and now it's about moving it into like the past, even though it's the near future. It's like being connected. You are connected. Like this is something that has solidified or concreted as an actual connection now. Like for example, you're meeting somebody here, so that you are connecting with somebody and making a bridge between the two of you. You're making that connection. You're connecting here. Here you're in connection, so you're in your relationship together. It's been decided that you want to be with each other, at least for a while, dating and whatever. And here it is like near future is like making it connected, meaning getting married, getting married, making a commitment, a solid commitment. But it doesn't have to be a relationship like that. It can be something else to do with business or just anything, Libra. So we'll see. Let's get some more information. Archangel Michael for the near or far past for our Libras. Whip. Whipping things into shape. That's the Jack. That's the Knight of Clubs. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, and it's 11. It's a mastery number. Whipping things into shape. you know, cracking the whip, getting her done, getting it done. As they say here, get her done. And so the present day energy is letter with the 7 of Swords. Interesting. It's represented by the 7 of Swords. So it's a secret, really. The letter, it's a secret until it's not. Until you undo the bow and open the letter, you'll see what's the communication is on the inside. And as you notice, there's a wolf there. So like this, like Little Red Riding Hood, and the wolf's print is right there on the letter. So it's like Granny delivering a letter to Little Red Riding Hood to bring a basket of fruit to her so that she could do some baking for her while she's there. 27 is 9, so it's an ending, and it would be because when Little Red Riding Hood shows up, Granny transforms into a wolf who devours her, or wants to devour her. Yeah, 7 of Swords, that's the sneaky way of communicating. Trying to get somebody, manipulation, right? Trying to get somebody to do something under the guise of something else. So it wasn't, this wolf is not presenting itself as it is, presenting himself as something it's not. Okay, constellation, a connection, a letter. All right, near future. Book. 10 of Pentacles. 26 is 8. That's abundance. So it's the book of like the Akashic records, or the book of knowledge, book of wisdom, doing things by the book, following the rules. Interesting combination of energies here. Well, let's get to Major Arcana. What do we have, Archangel Michael? The Fool. The Menage, which is a man. The Menage rune. A Fool. The man is taking a fresh beginning, naive, innocence and free spirit. Excuse me. So the person is taking a leap of faith to follow its intuition. Let's get some clarification. See, now 3 here on the constellation card is communication as well. And there's your communication in the letter. We have the Sun. Well, hallelujah. So some enlightenment here. Some enlightenment, some happy times is helping you to make the decision to take a leap of faith, to take a risk. So the bridge in the past with the whip, master number 12 is communication as well. That's 3, right? So communication, there has been some kind of communication that somebody has possibly improve their behaviors. Improve their behaviors, because it's the Jack of Wands or the Knight of Wands energy. Taking a leap of faith is one thing. It's like being irresponsible, impulsive, and you know, slightly trickery, because they're in it for a good time, not a long time. Whether they tell you that or not, it might be, if they tell you that, then it, you know, then you've been informed, and so they really take the responsibility off themselves because they've informed you. But if they don't tell you, then it's like they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes and then leave you standing there with your mouth wide open, wondering what the heck just happened. Let's get some tarot, because the combination of those two together, it just tells me that you met somebody that you made a connection with, you communicated with, may have collaborated on some project with, and it seemed to be on the up and up, you know, harmonious. Archangel Michael's going to make me work today. What, Archangel Michael? What do we got? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Feeling like good fortune is shining down upon you. With the Two of Pentacles. Being able to choose something, to make a choice, that is that brings you into harmony within yourself, within your desires, your wants, whatever your desires or your goals were. It seems that you have connected with somebody who is of the same energy, or at least of the same ideals. Okay. Three of Wands. That's preparing to take that leap of faith. Being prepared to take that leap of faith. With the Fool card here. The Eight of Cups. That's walking away from. Imagine what's going on here. With the Emperor in your near future energy. And the Two of Swords in the book, with the book energy. The World, Six of Pentacles, the Sun again, the Chariot. Got Tower and the Temperance card, and then the Nine of Pentacles as well. Those are all, well, the Tower can be, you know, a good thing for you, but we'll leave it over here and see if it fits. It might not. So we'll keep it on the peripheral. Let's see here, but these are all really good cards right here. Your near future. Yeah. Oh, your far future is your near future, and then your far future. Or further. Let's just say further future than near. Okay. So I want some clarification. That's what I want, Archangel Michael. Please provide me a connection, pardon the pun, between bridge and whip, please, if you will. Archangel Michael, I need to get some clarity on the bridge and whip connection. Two of Wands. Two of Cups. Jeez. Two of Wands and Two of Cups. Standing at crossroads. Well, to me, I would have to say, we got Two of Wands, Two of Cups, and then Two of Pentacles over here. I would have to say this is how these two go. Is the Two of Cups is with somebody that you've made a connection with. You've communicated, and it could be online. That's because of these cards here. It could be online, like either internet dating, like a dating app, or some, you know, messenger, or some way that you started communicating with somebody a distance from you. And it felt like destiny to you with the Wheel of Fortune. It felt like you two were like two peas in a pod, like the Two of Pentacles. But somebody, you may have been getting juggled by somebody, by the person. And so you had sat at a crossroads for a while, and then you decided to crack the whip, because this person is like in the Knight of Wands energy. 11 is the number of mastery, but you could, it could be somebody who's mastering their energy, right, to turn it into something positive. But it could also be broken down to 2, and then we got another 2. So lots of 2s, 2, 2, 2, and 2. All right, Archangel Michael, it seems to me from what I'm hearing you say is that Libra is a energy of balance, right? Somebody has the scales, and for optimal integration of the quality of balance, the scales have to be in balance. If it's not, it throws you off, and so everything's got to be in balance. It's got to be fair. One person gets it, the other person gets the same. And my mom, she's Libran, and every time, like, she had 2 girls, okay, no boys, just 2 kids. And if my sister got something, I got exactly the same thing, except maybe a different color. Yeah. And that's how she, that's what she felt was the right thing to do. So that's what happened. We wore the same clothes. She's only 14. My sister's only 14 months older than me. So oftentimes we were asked, are you 2 twins? Well, my sister's in a year. What is this doing here? Pardon me, guys. This card just fell out and I didn't even see it. Well, to finish what I was saying, my sister's in a grade higher than me, and so, I mean, it's unless I failed or she excelled, then we couldn't be twins. And besides, we did look a lot different from each other. But in any case, the Chariot card is here too, which is right here as well. So we have the, oh, yeah, this is when I was clarifying. Okay, that's for clarification over there. Gotcha. All right, so now we have the Chariot card to consider. Chariot card is like, finding that balance. As you can see, there's 2 cats pulling the little tiny wagon with the bird in it, and one's white, one's black, so they're in balance with each other. They're equal counterparts, black and white, yin and yang. And so when the Chariot's in balance, and of course it has to be in balance for it to roll forward, to move forward. Otherwise, it's like, like you feel like when you're in an airplane, you're hitting all those air pockets and turbulence, and it's like this, right? Well, the Chariot on the ground doesn't move very well like that. It'd probably throw you out of the Chariot with all those bumps and fast movements back and forth, because the cats, maybe it's one big cat and one little cat, and of course the big cat's going to pull you along a lot faster than the little cat, and the little cat is just going to fall under the wheels. I mean, the little cat is going to be dragged along, and so it's just the big cat pulling, but the big cat's on one side, so he's pulling you off to one direction instead of going straight down the narrow, right? So you're not going to go where you want to go or where you need to go. Not anytime soon anyways. But in any case, there is the whole idea of 2 again. But the crossroads, sitting at a crossroads, so this is like this here. You made a connection with somebody, and perhaps you wanted to move things along, like as if to say, why don't we come together and let's meet. In other words, let's meet, let's see how it goes. because the two of you are hitting it off really, really well. So what you don't see coming is that this person, he or she is in it for a good time and not a long time. And they're just juggling you. They're juggling you. The story's finally coming together. And it's that age-old story. But it still happens, and it happens all the time, unfortunately. So you felt like you hit the jackpot, right? The Wheel of Fortune with meeting this person online. This has got to be an online thing, an internet connection. There's no other way of looking at this with all this interstellar stuff here. Networking, social media, and all that sort of stuff, being connected through the airwaves. Anyways, yes, they are juggling you. You're standing at a crossroads. You don't know what to do. You want to move things forward. This is what I'm getting. You're falling in love with this guy or girl. You really find like you two birds really got a lot in common. Okay, you made a fantastic connection with each other. You've chatted it up, and you did whatever you did, whenever you communicated, you had a good time with each other. But it's like now it's time to have the connection right here in real time, in the physical, right here, present day. Because you're worried. You're worried that it's not going to be an enduring connection. Especially if you don't take the time to meet in the here and now. Because you won't know, maybe you're guessing that they might be playing you, like the Knight of Wands, might be playing you and juggling, which means juggling you with somebody else, just trying to pull the wool over your eyes. So you're at a crossroads about this. You want to like jump in, take that leap of faith and just go all out and say, this is my person, and when we finally get together, we're just going to tie the knot and we're going to be happily ever after. Just seems like the right thing to do. Yep. So you have caught some feelings, like deep feelings for, and they might have told you that they are too, and they might very well be. But you're standing at a crossroads with the Two of Wands, because you do want to move this forward, but you're worried that they're not, because if it's an internet connection, you don't know if the other person is being truly honest with you. You don't know, and it's very possible that they are, but you don't know. So you're going to have your worries, your concerns about that. Maybe you have been tripped up before, so you don't want to be tripped up again. So you're seeing the red flags while you're looking for the red flags, okay? And so far you haven't really seen any red flags. So now you're in present day time now, you're in connection, you're communicating. And from what I can see is that from present day, I want to get some more clarification for these two, the constellation, and because what I see, and maybe I should just say it, what I see is that when you do come together in the physical, or you may not come together in the physical, because you still have your worries here. It's kind of like they say, yeah, let's do that. They make a promise they're going to come and see you, and then they never really come. They never really come, never really come, never really come. There's always some reason why they can't come. You want this to be happy, happily ever after with the sun. You want to take that leap with them, but it turns out that you end up walking away from it. You were prepared. You were prepared to have them come and see you. And maybe they do come, but they come and they're like they are what you were worrying about. They are. And they're just there for, you know, to have a good time in a room with you. And then say, see you later. And never see or speak to you ever again. But this is like the sheep in wolf's clothing, right? So this person here is sending you a letter telling you that they're going to come, okay? That they're going to come, but they never show up, or that they do show up, and they end up being this player here that would be juggling you. That you learn that about them. But I feel more like, Libra, that this person tells you they're going to come, but they don't come. It might be, yeah, I got my plane tickets booked. I'm going to be there on whatever date, and I'll leave. I'll say I'll leave 5 days later. That kind of thing. Just the chance to come together. You know, you both agree this would be a good time to just come together, meet each other, and see if there really is something there that's worth pursuing, you know, to continue pursuing, to make more arrangements to see each other, spend more time with each other after the initial one. But they either don't show up, or they show up and they are not as you expected them to be. Maybe they don't even look. Maybe they got all sorts of, and they should, I mean, that would be really, really crazy of them to do something like that. But they could have psychopathy, yes, whereas they are saying they do stuff like that, being impulsive. They do stuff like that, and they just believe that they'll be able to explain themselves through, you know, explaining it away. Oh, the reason why I look different than my pictures because, you know, it was, you know, who knows? I wouldn't do it, so I don't know what kind of explanation they could give from the pictures that they show you online to the actual physical person. So unless it's somebody who has some psychopathy, pardon me, I am a mental health person, but I do have difficulty saying some words, okay? Linoleum, right? Psychopathy. So unless they have some psychopathy, they aren't coming. If they have psychopathy, they would show up and try to explain away and force you, basically make you to believe that they are the same person that you've seen the pictures online. Okay, and maybe you will believe them. It's, you know, it's always that possibility, and that's what they're playing on when they have psychopathy. So if they don't have that, they aren't coming. They aren't coming, and the flight might be booked, the hotel might be booked if you're not going to, you know, have them in your home. If you can't for some reason, you have put them up at the hotel. It's booked. And then 2 weeks or a week before they're supposed to jump on the plane, or a day before they're supposed to jump on the plane, they email you or send you a message and say, I can't come, something else has come up, I'm afraid I have to do this, I'm sorry, I know I'm letting you down, blah, 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 right? Then later on, you find out. But in any case, it's like what they are promising is not going to happen. You're not going to see this person. You were ready to be have that connection right here, have that connection, and take that leap of faith towards your happily ever after, being prepared to do that. If, you know, the two of you, when you came together, things like, you know, stars and fireworks and stuff were like lighting up, and the two of you are like such a happy, perfect match with each other, you're ready to take that next really important move, commitment forward, moving forward. But you learned something right? You find out somehow, whether it's from them or it's through someone else that's connected to them. Somehow you find out that they are not where they're said they're needed to go, or they never did book the tickets. They have got someone else. They're married. They're whatever it is. That they were hiding. They were truly in this energy. They were juggling you and they were playing. You walked away. Very heartbroken. Walked away. Walked away, walked away, walked away. And then the Milky Way. Networking, marketing, internet fame, expand, spotlight, innumerable, social media, publicity, connected exposure. You know what I'm feeling like this here? I'm feeling like you are like living your life in the near future. You're living your life without this person, whether you're in another relationship or not. You went on with your life. You're heartbroken. It was like a knife in your back. 10, by the way, 10 knives in your back. And but you said it might have been some time that went by where you were mourning from being let down, heartbroken, and just pissed off, you know, like teed off, and knowing that you had been bamboozled. This person was just an absolute liar. An absolute liar. Had no intention of taking anything with you further. None whatsoever. And they would go so far as to meet up with you on the island of Bora Bora, which is like I always say, the island of Bora Bora, have that really fun week or weekend with you, and then you both go your merry way, and then you never hear from them again. They just drop off the face of the earth. They leave. So you feel like they're, you know, with them not coming to meet up with you, saying they will and they don't, you feel like they're leaving. But you're leaving because you found out something. And you said, well, obviously that was never meant to be. It wasn't my true destiny. It was a destiny of a karmic kind. Yes, it was. But it sure wasn't a wheel of fortune, you know, that you felt it was. And now this love that you have for this person is just like, what do I do with it? Well, then the divine says, turn it inward. Take that love you put in that person and that relationship, connection with them, turn it inward to self-love and get on with your life. Get on with your life. Emperor, take charge, take lead of your life. Don't sit on the fence for too long. The divine says whenever this card shows up in your reading, it means that you're kind of sitting on the fence because maybe you're waiting for them to show up, waiting for them to apologize, waiting for them to confess their undying love, that they love you so much that they just can't stand themselves for having done what they did to you. You know, you could be sitting on the fence with that, but the Emperor is saying, I'm taking charge, taking control. I'm going to make a decision, and the decision is about pouring all that love that I had for this relationship into myself, and I am going to create something from it. You might even write yourself a book about it. Okay? But if not, it's like you're looking at this is wisdom that you have gained. You've gained some enlightenment. So whatever you take a leap of faith into enlightenment, seeing what it was for real, seeing how this person had done you wrong, and it's not about not forgiving them, it's just about getting on with your life. It's about saying, you know, this happened. It happened. I'm very hurt and upset and ticked off severely that I was duped like this, that someone could actually do that to another person, Really, that someone could actually do that to another person. I was perfectly prepared to be, you know, to devote my heart, my love to this person. And they just like smashed it, right? They smashed it and rubbed their foot on it and then just walked away. So it's like you're in so much pain and hurt and disbelief that the divine is saying that love that you had for them now, they don't deserve it. They do not deserve it whatsoever. So turn it inward and get on with your life. Get out there and network with other people. You know, just put yourself back out there again, right? Put yourself on the dating scene. Put yourself back out there. But you've got, you know, now to watch for red flags. You're going to have a whole lot more questions than you ever asked before about the real true nature of this connection with this person. And you might also actually start becoming a social media influencer. You actually might start doing something like, let's say, being a tarot card reader, or designing some kind of course, you know, a course that people can do to manage their anger managing course, whatever it is. I'm coming up with ideas of my own, but it is like you could be some kind of you have a YouTube channel or 2 or 3. You have a Facebook Facebook page, profile, business, possibly Instagram, maybe WhatsApp, and you are gathering information and getting people talking, and you're putting out information, and people are following you. Whatever it is that you got to say is stuff that people want to learn about. They want to hear your story. And so you're going to be stepping into this leadership role of being an influencer, because it's just Libra, this is your calling right now. Okay, it could be a calling for, let's say, a Capricorn, but we're not talking about Capricorn. We're talking about Libra right now. So Libra, this is your calling right now that you're learning about. So if it's not online, it's just that you're making connections, and you may start your own business. You might have a small business. You might start your, you just might get it. You're being asked to take that energy, that love for yourself, and shine with it. Shine with it in whatever way. Maybe you're really, really good at woodworking, and you make little projects, stuff like that. And you might want to teach people how to do that. So you might have a woodworking course or class right in town, maybe even at your own house or warehouse or garage or whatever you do, right? Or you do it on YouTube and you put it out there. So to start earning money as a YouTuber. But in any case, it is that you have gained a lot of wisdom. This is your destiny, more so than that ever was. This was a karmic destiny. Now you're in true destiny because of all the pain that you went through with this person. It's like taking your anger and making it work for you. Taking that energy of anger and putting it to really good use. And that good use is to turn in on yourself and say, I love myself enough to move on so that I can be happy. So I can be happy and produce a life that I'm proud to say is my own. That I'm going to be able to say that I held my head high and I didn't let this destroy me. And so for a while, you're going to feel like it's destroyed you in some way. And that you may not be able to pick yourself back up. Pull yourself out of the bottom of the barrel, kind of thing. But you're going to. That's what this is saying. You're ending that chapter because if you got all this wisdom and you got a new you as a result of it. And you're a giver and a reciprocator. You are a giver and you're receiving. Here it wasn't balanced. This person probably was breadcrumbing you and you didn't even realize it. But in any cases, you are whatever you're doing because what you've learned in such a tough way, you learned that it's about equal reciprocity. It's no more about just giving and excusing somebody for not giving in return. Okay, so you're more on the ball with that. Like you whenever you're talking to people, working with people, or anything else, it's going to be like 50-50 now, for sure. And that, you know, there's your fun in the sun, your happiness. You're expanding yourself because of everything that you learned. So now you're really balanced. And you're taking whatever it is that you have created as a result of all this hardship with the karmic relationship here. You're taking it and you're running with it with the Chariot energy. Really good energy. Really good. Just get off the fence, because you may still be wanting to sit on the fence and hoping and praying that maybe you'll hear from this person and you'll be able to, you know, strike it back up again. Or that at least they contact you and apologize or something, but you can't. It's not meant to be. It's not going to happen, because all of this was meant for you to turn your energy of that great love that you have for someone else, for another relationship, towards yourself, putting it into yourself. So I hope that was helpful, Libra. Pardon me. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.